Good day. I'm Ella D. Sarte, a BT-Vited FSM 3B student. Today, I will present the competency-based training process flow. Competency-based training is a learner-centered approach focused on mastering specific competencies. This method ensures that the students met industry standards and become job-ready. So, for this presentation, I will explain the Cbt Process Flow in the context of gas welding NC2, a technical course that equips trainees with skills such as setting up gas welding equipment, performing welding operations, and ensuring safety during welding tasks. So, these are the step-by-step explanation of the Cbt Process Flow chart. So, we have here the student enters program. So, the first step begins when a student enters the training program. So, this stage involves several key activities. First here is the orientation. Like, the new students are introduced to the training program's objectives, structures, and outcomes. Like in gas welding NC2, students learn about the competencies they will master, including the equipment setup and welding techniques. Next is the role of trainer or the trainee. So here, the trainers are facilitators who guide the learning process, while trainees are active participants. Like for example, the trainer demonstrates proper gas welding techniques and the trainee practices under supervision. And next is the administer RPL or TNA. So here, assess if the student has prior knowledge or skills relevant for gas welding NC2. Like for example, a student with prior experience and basic welding might skip certain modules. Next, we have identify training needs. So based on the TNA results, a customized training plan is developed. Like for example, if a trainee lacks knowledge about safety protocols, this is emphasized in their learning plan. Then next, we have organized learning strategy. So here, the trainer creates a structured learning strategy that includes hands-on practice and theoretical lesson tailored to the trainee's needs. So let's come now on student effects, competency, and receive instructions. So the next stage focuses on competency, selection, and instruction. So first is we have administer learning agreement and provide materials. So here, a learning agreement is a contract between the trainer and the trainee outlining rules and expectations. Like for example, in gas welding NC2, the learning agreement includes modules on safety, welding techniques, and performance standards. Next is introduce CBLM or competency-based learning material. So here, the students are given CBLMs which contain detailed instructions and exercises. Like a CBLM for gas welding NC2 might include diagrams of welding equipment and step-by-step guides to perform specific welds. So number 3, we have here the use of achievement or the process report. So here, the trainees track their progress using an achievement report. Like for example, a trainee records completed tasks such as performed a fillet weld or inspected equipment for safety. So next, at this stage, the student engage in various learning activities. So first, we have here review learning package. So the trainees review their materials to understand competencies. Like for example, in gas welding NC2, they might study manuals on welding equipment setup. Next, we have view multimedia materials. So multimedia tools like instructional videos are used to reinforce learning. For example, a video might demonstrate welding techniques or showcase safety protocols. And next, we have use manuals. So manuals serve as step-by-step guides. Like for example, a welding manual outlines how to adjust flame settings for specific tasks. Then next, we have observe demonstration. So the trainers demonstrate skills before trainees practice. Like the instructor performs a butt weld, explaining each step. Then next, we have here the practice skills in workshop. So here, the trainees apply what they've learned in a controlled environment. Like for example, a student practices welding alloy steel plates following safety protocols. Then next, we have receive assistance and feedback. So here, the trainers will provide guidance and feedback to help trainees improve. Like if a weld is uneven, the trainers offer tips to correct the technique. Then after these learning activities, once the students are confident, they will attempt the task independently. Like for example, if the trainee welds a steel joint based on the given specifications, applying knowledge from previous sessions. Then the trainer observes the student performance to ensure that the task meets competency standards. Like for example, during the gas welding task, the instructor checks for proper technique, safety, compliance, and weld quality. Then self-assessment and trainer evaluation are integral to CBT. So in students' rates on performance, the trainer reflects on their work, identifying strength and areas for improvement. For example, the trainee notes if their weld has consistent penetration. Next is the instructor rates performance. So here, the trainer evaluates the task based on competency criteria. So for example, the trainer assesses the weld for strength, accuracy, and overall quality. Based on the evaluation, two outcomes are possible. The first one is the satisfactorily performed competency. If the student met the standards, they move to the next competency. Then the second one is the needs of improvement. Like if the competency is not met, the trainee receives additional training. Then once all competencies are mastered, the trainee exceeds the program with a certificate of competency. Like if the trainee receives test the certification for gas welding NC2, ready for employment in welding related industries. The Cbt Process Flow is a structured approach that ensures learners master job-specific skills by aligning training with industry standards and focusing on practical application. Cbt prepares trainees like those in gas welding NC2 to excel their careers. So, thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope these explanations provided a clear understanding of the Cbt Process Flow and its importance in technical training.